Targeting holes, creases, and barriers in this small Great Lakes tributary has professional angler Keith Kavajecz,
fish,
river expert Jason Gaurkee,
you are absolutely on fire, Keith, my God.
and special guest Jeff O'Brien.
Nice.
Yeah, look at how he smacked it.
Nice.
Huh? Woo. That's right where you want that old jig to be.
He is sucked in there.
Developing a pretty friendly rapport with these river walleyes.
Look at how he's pulling on this thing. He's just hanging there, I'm hanging here. We're kind of hanging out together, man. That's all it is, you know. Jig meet walleye. Walleye meet jig.
As they continue to whittle down the details of their jigging presentation.
Jason, I pitched that probably up 10 feet from that bank. Can only be 5 or 6 feet deep over there, I would imagine, huh?
No, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, because it didn't take my jig very long to hit the bottom.
And whether the bites are coming from further up in the shallows or even out a bit deeper, the walleyes are hugging bottom.
You ready, Jason?
I'm ready.
Get out there and get him, man. Get him. Nice. I'm loving your netting. I'm loving them. When you go, they're in.
Which is where using stand-up jig heads can really provide an advantage.
He kind of just picked it up. I didn't even really feel a tick. It was just kind of I lifted up and I felt the weight and set the hook. And it's one thing a lot of people don't realize is how often these walleyes can suck them right off the bottom, that jig.
Yeah, he was hugging the bottom like a monster.
But I got him, and he wasn't getting away. So one of the important things to remember when you're out fishing a river like this is that walleyes are going to be on the bottom when it's current like this. So you got to make sure that jig and that minnow stay close to the bottom. So what I like to do is just, pitch this jig out and then simply watch your line. And what I'm watching for is that line to collapse a little. That says that it hit the bottom. Then the next thing that we found to be real important, because this is such cold water, I mean we're in the only mid to upper 30s here, the fish aren't real active. They kind of want a slow presentation. So all I'm doing is I'm reeling down and then I'm lifting my jig about 6 inches off the bottom, and then it's real important just hold your bait right there. And what's happening is that as you hold it, that jig is just swimming with the current, nice and naturally, kind of right in their face. So keep your jig close to the bottom, don't move your rod too much, and you're going to catch a lot of walleyes.
Real Deal. Real fishing information from real fishing experts. Presented by AMSOIL.
When you're looking at a new fishing boat, there's a few things that you look for. Comfort, storage features, how much fishing equipment you can fit in that boat. I'm sitting in the Tracker Targa V18, a phenomenal layout for the fishermen and for the family. Now what Tracker did last year, 2011, is actually revamp the entire deep V lineup of aluminum boats they have. This one is that Targa 18, the largest one they have. Basically, Tracker asked us to go out to the anglers, talk to them about what they wanted to see in boats, and they really hit the nail on the head with this one. The first thing you probably look for in a fishing boat is having a great size live well. Well, we accommodated with that here. I mean, you have a live well, aerated, stretches across the whole back, can fit a bunch of big fish in. You got separators, you have a built-in aerated bait well right next to it. You can keep your live minnows right in the back here. Don't have to bring an extra bucket along, keep things out of the way. One of the coolest things they did with this boat is actually stretched it a little bit wider. It's got a 102-inch beam, so very wide, nice and stable, good for the whole family, good for a bunch of different people in the boat. But what that allowed them to do is something that just is a really cool feature, and that's actually having drop-in rod storage inside the gunnel. You can see you can fit long trolling rods, you can fit long rigging rods, whatever type of rods you want in the sides, and that's on each side of the gunnel. Now the bonus with also widening that out is not only did you get that storage on top, but you got the storage right here too. On the inside of that gunnel, you can fit rods up each side. You can fit life jackets up there. So just more storage. The more storage, the better in boats like this. From there, we go up front a little bit. You have the in-floor storage. And the one main thing that a lot of fishermen asked for is that center rod storage. Well, Tracker accommodated You have a nice center rod storage, 5 tubes. You can fit your shorter jigging rods, your rigging rods in there. So there's a lot of, throughout this whole boat, tons of rod storage. You go up front, there's a nice sized deck. You can control the boat up there. You can move around a lot. There's netting inside the gunnels up front. Very cool feature. You can put your clothes out of the way so they're not sitting on the floor of the boat. Now the beauty about this boat too is if you're not necessarily just a hardcore angler, you like to take the family out, you like to do a little bit of skiing, this boat is actually available in what they call the combo model. You get your ski pylon, you get the ski seats, there's a smaller live well in it, so you can still fish out of it, but it goes more toward the family end of things. So 2 different options, this walk-through 18, the combo 18. If you equip that with that 115 to 150 Merc on it, this one has a Mercury Verado 150. All these features in this boat are gonna give you one heck of a fishing or boating machine.